We're at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference in Detroit, home to Benzinga, and we're joined by Jeff Radway of Green Peak Innovation, also a Michigan company. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Please do tell us about you a little bit.
So Green Peak Innovations, as you said, is based in Michigan. We are a vertical producer, meaning that we are both a cultivator, a processor, and an operator of retail stores. We are first and foremost developers of lifestyle brands. I myself come out of 30 years in the apparel industry, having operated successfully and sold to a private equity group in 2016. I thought I might be retiring after 30 years in the apparel industry, and this industry sort of was brought to me. I didn't know anything about it. I dug in very hard and decided that I couldn't look away from the end of Prohibition. So took this as an opportunity to build world-class lifestyle brands, a world-class team. Currently we're the largest vertical license holder in Michigan. We're also an MSO as we're expanding into other states as well.
So I mean, you say you come from this apparel background. How have you leveraged that into building this business?
Yeah, it's a great question. So my previous company, we managed 400 brands globally. We had offices throughout Southeast Asia. We sold to 17,000 retailers. So I've built large teams, I've built distribution, but most important, I come from a background of very much nurturing, collaborating with and developing brands. We think this space develops very quickly into a CPG space. It's leaning there now, and we think ultimately premium brands will drive premium returns, right? So it's all about consumer experience. It's all about engagement at an emotional level.
Nielsen and Deloitte are calling it. I mean, and they know their projections. You know, if I read that report that came out like 3-4 months ago, and they said like the future is CPG, and it's like, oh.
Yep.
If you say so.
That's right.
I'm sold.
Right. So listen, the difference between a pair of shoes that Nike sells for $100 made for $5 in a factory in Vietnam versus a pair of shoes made in the same factory for $5 and sold for $8.99 at a grocery store, the difference is brand, and the difference is the emotional connection and all of the things that connect with the consumer. So we're all about the highest quality product built out at scale, but we think ultimately the differentiator in this space, like with so many others, is brand.
So I mean, you mentioned something that was interesting to me. You mentioned 17,000 retailers. Like CBD now is sold everywhere, like shoe stores are selling CBD.
Correct.
Do you find any of these like this knowledge of how to build a relationship with mass retailers, or like, are you finding any of these useful?
So that's a loaded question. Honestly, I think those that are rushing into the CBD business with dreams of selling Kroger's or Walmart or CVS, look, I did that for 30 years, and it is going to be a learning experience for those companies. Retailers are exceptionally good at what they do. They're exceptionally lean. They do not pay premium prices other than for brands. They will supply chain CBD faster than most investors know what to make of the market. So you hit the nail on the head. CBD is everywhere. We are primarily focused on THC. So I draw the differentiation between near beer and beer, right? And I make no bones about it. We are in the medical cannabis business to help people improve their lives, and we're in the recreational cannabis business to help people get altered and to enjoy their lives. And very similar to the alcohol industry, there are people who drink non-alcoholic beer and non-alcoholic wine, and more power to them. But the vast majority of the market lives with, in our view, with THC.
I mean, you walked me right into it. You just announced it. Shorts beer, one of my personal favorites. It's a
awesome.
Michigan brewery.
Right.
Their branding is on point. They have beautiful, the bottles. Everything looks perfect. It tastes great. I've tasted every one of them.
Yeah.
Like, this is personal.
Right.
This is a personal thing. So I'm excited. Do tell us about it. You're doing a THC.
Yeah. So
alcohol-free.
Yeah. So correct. Alcohol-free. So we are developing. There's two sides to that partnership. One, we're developing infused products. So this would be vape pens, edibles, I have personally tried the uninfused edibles of some of the Shorts flavors, and they're outstanding. We have tremendous flavorists that work on staff with the Shorts crew, so we're developing gummies, hard candies, taffies, vape cartridges, and concentrates that are infused with Shorts flavorings, okay? So that's on the extracted or the infused side of things. On the beverage side of things, we're forming a joint venture. I just gave a presentation here today and I said that Shorts are beverage artists. These guys are just, they're, to your point, and a lot of consumers rave about their flavors. Look, they're super creative guys. We're developing teas, water, coffee, mocktails, infused beverages that would take the place of alcoholic beverages. It's just a tremendous category. It's quite small today, but we believe the future of the infused beverage category could be 10 to 25% of the market.
So in terms of taste, this is just like curiosity, personal curiosity. In terms of taste, can you taste the cannabis in the beer you're going to launch?
No.
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 Tastes exactly the same as the Shorts?
So we're not actually taking Shorts flavors yet into this joint venture beverage company. We're taking the Shorts flavors into edibles and into extracted products. Huh. We're developing a whole new line of beverages, water, teas, mocktails, mock alcoholic beverages, and yes, there will be an infused beer-like beverage, but it's not at this point able to be alcohol infused. So we're not going to try to replicate, not initially, the Shorts flavors in that category just yet.
Can't wait to try them.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Go public. That's all I'm asking. Do tell us about your plans to go public.
So, frankly, look, I've been a private operator for over 30 years. It was never my dream or aspiration to run a public company. I think there's a normal life cycle.
It's a headache.
It can be a headache, but look, I think there's a normal life cycle to a company, and in most normal industries, there's an inflection point where it makes sense to go public.
Yeah.
This industry is not the normal industry, right? It's federally illegal, and there's a lot of complications and hurdles working in this industry. So it's our perspective that you go public in this industry to gain access to lower costs of capital, broader investor bases, yeah. And ultimately there's a legitimacy in this industry that we operate with day to day, but is afforded to the public coast. So I think without asking the question for you, we are exploring all options and are looking at potentially a public offering in the future.
I assume from what you said, in terms of friendly capital, you're looking at Canada right now for exchanges, or also?
Correct. Yep. Look, if we wait a little longer, we'll be talking about the American exchanges, obviously NASDAQ or New York. Timing is unknown, so the capital markets are somewhat volatile for this industry. We are a fully funded company, so we're not needing to raise capital right this minute, yeah. But we are certainly looking forward to our capital needs, and there will come a time where we either have to look at an IPO or we go down the road of additional private raises.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Any other, interesting points, things people should know about Green Peak?
Look, I think a lot of people have asked me what makes Green Peak what it is. They've asked me that since day one, and I just spoke on it 15 minutes or so ago. I'm a big believer that what differentiates with the exception of the brands that we just talked about, what differentiates companies in any industry, I don't care if it's apparel or cannabis, it's people. So we truly believe we have the best team in the industry. We've taken years to cultivate and to bring this team on. They come from a broad variety of industries. We have execs from Victoria's Secret, Urban Outfitters, Adidas, Nabisco. So we're super thrilled now to have our team on the field. We have 3 stores open. We have another 7 or 8 open by the end of the year, and we'll have 15 open by Q1. So we've got a 100-store rollout plan, a massive manufacturing expansion undergoing right now, and yeah, it's blue skies ahead.
So you said, last one, you said, you're a multi-state operator. Have you considered multi-country? Are you looking at international markets at all? Or?
Yeah, we've considered it. I'm a little jaded from my apparel industry background. While we supply chained and manufactured overseas, we focus exclusively in the North American market. So we're looking at it. We're not opposed to what's going on in Europe and South America and Mexico, but frankly, there are so many opportunities right here at home that we don't want to lose focus.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And wishing you much success for all your future endeavors.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.